Hi everyone, today we are taking a look at the new Time Rift event in patch 10.15 and how to maximize your chances at getting as much loot from them as possible. Each Time Rift can be found at the Tierhold Reservoir in Thaldraszus, with a new one spawning every hour. But before you head to your first Time Rift, I would recommend heading to the Everywhen Inn at roughly the coordinates 5382 in Thaldraszus, where you'll find a daily quest. This daily quest should be super simple and quick to complete, and it will reward you with a few useful Time Rift specific rewards. Completing this daily for the first time in the reset will also grant you an encapsulated destiny, which can then be used to guarantee a loot drop from the next Time Rift you complete. So before you've even started your first Time Rift, you now know you are guaranteed a piece of loot from it. The daily will also offer Sorodormi rep, which you'll be farming passively while working on your Time Rifts, as well as Paracausal Flakes, the new currency used to purchase Time Rift specific cosmetics. We'll take a look at the rewards in more depth at the end of the video. Once you've finished your daily, head to Sorodormi at the coordinates 5157 at the Tierhold Reservoir to report in and join the Time Rift event once it's active. Sorodormi will also offer you a weekly quest called When Time Needs Mending, which you should pick up as it will give you a bunch of rewards for completing your first Time Rift of the week. When the Time Rift event begins, you'll see a Temporal Essence progress bar that will fill up with each mob you kill and each objective you fulfill in the area. Filling the bar to 2500 will give you a green quality chest, 5000 rewards a rare quality chest, and filling the bar will grant you an epic quality chest. Each chest will contain 50, 75 and 100 Paracausal Flakes respectively, and the epic quality chest may also contain other items like mounts and pets, or another encapsulated destiny, or even a dilated time capsule, which we will look at in just a moment. The first phase of each Time Rift gives you waves of objectives to complete within a time limit, and you should find it very easy to fill your progress bar, at least early on in the patch when lots of players are engaging with the content. Once the objectives are complete or the timer ends, you'll be prompted to head to the center of the Tierhold Reservoir where you can take a portal to the final boss. This will take you to a random expansion zone where you'll fight a WoW character from the past, such as the Lich King, Illidan, Varian Rhin, King Mechagon, and so on. Once they are defeated, any loot you get will be automatically given to you, so you don't need to loot the boss. Just remember to use those encapsulated destinies if you have them. The buff doesn't apply until you use the item in your inventory. The best tip for getting as many rewards as possible from each Time Rift is to complete at least one Time Rift each week on as many ults as possible. This is because the weekly quest will give you a whole host of rewards, including 1000 Paracausal Flakes, allowing you to purchase a mount after 3 weeklies on each character, for example. And if you're looking to learn as many transmog appearances to your account as possible, try completing the Time Rift weekly on as many different armor types as you have available to you. That way, you can tick off many more pieces in a short space of time. If you get an appearance to drop on a character who can't learn it, such as a weapon they can't use or a different armor type from the one they use, don't worry. Appearances are all account-wide, allowing you to mail them to another character who can learn them instead. Sadly, this doesn't apply to actual gear pieces like trinkets that may drop. You might just get a bit unlucky with those sometimes. Once you defeat the final boss of a Time Rift, you should end up with a good chunk of Paracausal Flakes, and your weekly quest will also reward you with even more flakes, some gold, Drake Shadowflame crests, Sorodormi reputation, another encapsulated destiny, and you may also get a dilated time capsule that we mentioned earlier. Dilated time capsules are a standalone currency that can be traded into She Everbreeze at the reservoir in exchange for item level 402 catch-up gear. She sells gear pieces in every slot excluding necklaces, rings and trinkets, and they are all bind on pickup, meaning you'll need to farm the time rifts on the character you want the catch-up gear on, as you won't be able to trade these pieces across your account. Each of these gear pieces can then also be upgraded to a maximum item level of 424 with flightstones and crests. As for cosmetic rewards, you can take your Paracausal Flakes to the various other vendors at the reservoir who will each offer you mounts, pets, transmog, trinkets and more relating to a given expansion. For example, One vendor sells a Vanquisher mount and a Nerubian pet from Wrath of the Lich King. One sells an Albatross mount and a Direhorn pet from BFA. And another sells a recolor of the Stormdrake mount and an Infernal Battle pet from Legion. And all of the cosmetics that are available for purchase also have a chance to drop from the end boss of each time rift. And on very rare occasions, you may even find a cosmetic reward in the epic quality chest from the first phase of each time rift. Another quick tip for maximizing your chances for good loot here is to hold on to your paracausal flakes until you've run a good amount of time rifts on each of your characters, as you will likely find a few cosmetics will drop organically from the final boss of the event, and this is even guaranteed if you're lucky enough to loot a greater encapsulated destiny from the weekly quest reward. The main reason for saving up your paracausal flakes is just in case you buy a cosmetic and learn it to your account, and then you get the exact same one to then drop from a boss when you could have used your currency on something else. I doubt this is possible, as once you've learned something to your account, the game should take that item out of your loot table, but it's not certain that's the case. So there you have it. That is my full comprehensive guide to the new Time Rift event in patch 10.15, as well as some tips to help you get the most out of them. Thank you so much for watching, best of luck farming your time rifts, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye!